All right. Hey there, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Empire Interviews. Today, I'll be talking to Claire. She's one of the community growth people from Nimblebites. Nimblebites is a Web3 gaming company that is basically a merger between EverStudio and Nimblebites. So, EverStudio is the Web 2 side that builds some really high quality games. And then Nimblebites is the Web 3 spinoff, or basically the steps into Web 3. They recently had a massive partnership with Sui. And so I wanted to get to know a little bit more about the project. And so I will be talking to Claire today. All right. Hey there. How are we doing today, Claire?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm not really nervous, but a little bit nervous to be here, to be honest.
No. Don't worry about it. We're going to have a blast. It's going to be really relaxed, right? I'm not going to ask you anything crazy. I thought about it, right? Because I was looking at the token generation stuff about what you guys have going on. So I was like, I'm going to ask her all these crazy questions. But no, the first question I'm going to ask you is give everybody a little introduction. Tell me about yourself and what you do. And let everybody who isn't 100% familiar with you know who you are, a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Hey, everybody. So I'm Claire. Like, actually, it's my English name, and it's not my legal name, but like I'm based in Korea now. And I actually started my career in crypto. That's like a unique part, but like kind of different from other people. And now I'm working at a Nimblebites, which is like a gaming studio that is now developing Super B, the metaverse gaming. Not a metaverse gaming, I should say. It's like a blockchain gaming. Sorry. Anyway, and basically, I started my career at Origin Protocol, which is like a US based DeFi and NFT team. And I started as a Korea community manager there. Also work as like a global community manager, Korea like marketing manager on at Origin. So like my career fully started with like global team. Then I changed my job to like Comptus Holdings. They have a mainnet named XBlock. And I was like doing an internship for like 11 weeks. And after that, I changed my job, like changed my team to Nimblebites. Actually, I joined this team because my manager, like my business team lead, he just like gave me the job offer, like asking me if I can join the team to like develop our blockchain strategies together. So basically, just as like what Joan kind of introduced, we are like a spin-off team of EVR Studio, and actually, except me and my business team lead, we are like basically have like 20 game developers who used to develop game. So we are kind of like Web 2.5 studio that people are kind of like our team members are kind of familiar with gaming more. And we have me and Tim, the business team lead, who is like taking charge of like a whole blockchain strategist. So that's how we're doing. And maybe a little bit background about me is like before crypto, I actually studied English back in college. So like my major was like English literature and psychology. So I didn't have any like background for technology. So back in like 2017, I first heard about Bitcoin because my friend's brother, he like invested in Bitcoin, but that's all I knew. And like back in 2020, when I first started my internship at like fintech startup, I actually learned about blockchain technology more, and I honestly really got into it. Like it was the technology itself was like really attractive. So that's how I jumped into like Origin Protocol's ambassador program. And I was like joining their ambassador program for like 2 years. And after that, they hired me as full-time community manager. So that's how things go. Yeah. Well,
That's
it
awesome.
was, yeah.
I was going to say, that's awesome. That's a lot of information that I do want to know. Well, you've given us a little bit of a good breakdown about the Nimblebites team, right? So you have like 20 game developers that are really good at game developing that probably came from the EverStudio side. And then you said yourself and Tim are doing like the business management, community growth aspects of what Nimblebites is doing. I want to congratulate you guys on all of the awesome partnerships you have. One of the ones that you told me about that I was excited about was, it was Arch Hunter, because
Yeah,
Arch
right.
Hunter is,
Right.
okay, yeah, that is a mobile game that I've played before. I've seen it a bunch, and I didn't realize that it was a blockchain based mobile game, with the Say network. Um, so that's awesome. But the biggest thing is the massive partnership with Sui. Sui is definitely becoming a leader in the gaming blockchain space. A lot of builders really like the experience of building on Sui. They also have the Sui Play, which is really exciting, where a bunch of games will be able to be played on, using the Sui blockchain. Okay. You said that you first heard about Bitcoin and crypto in like 2017,
Yeah,
because you had a friend that was buying it. What is it about blockchain and crypto that you're really excited about? And like when you think about the future, why do you think it's important?
for the blockchain side. Mm,
Well, like, yeah, but like for technology. So like why do you think that blockchain and crypto, like why do you think that there is like something good happening there? What is it that you're excited about with it?
so basically, what I'm excited about the like blockchain technology itself must be like a ownership. I see like everyone talks about ownership, but I
Ownership,
also
yeah.
yeah, yeah. You know, like Wolus, they have like a storage like efficient storage. That's what we talk about, like our partnership. That like basically that's also what I'm thinking. But to shortly mention about my team, our team chose to make a partner with Sui Network, like the Mistin Labs, because their Walrus protocol like strategies would fit to our like UGC content. That we want our like gamers to own their game item and own their like user generated like item together by themselves. Like we don't want like the gaming studio to own everything, but we want to give the ownership to the users. So that's why we chose like Walrus. So basically our team wants to like guarantee the ownership of the users using blockchain technology. So that's what team is like expecting for, and that's what I'm also like thinking about. Because like back in 2020, I was like really into like NFT, honestly. And the biggest part for NFT for me is like because like artists, like they are kind of like stressed out with like illegal issues that some people just like use their like drawings or like their webtoon like cartoon.
Yeah, the copywriting.
Yeah,
So the
yeah, the copyright.
copywriting is a massive deal, and people being able to just right click save your picture,
Yeah, right,
but
right,
with
right.
NFTs, they're able to
Yeah, yeah,
prove
yeah, right,
ownership
exactly.
and
Yeah,
prove that they created it. We
yeah.
love that.
Thanks for clarifying. Yeah, thanks for clarifying. Anyway, yeah, so that's why I was like really into blockchain, because although I don't like draw something, I'm like a really big fan of like webtoon, the cartoon on like on internet, like the mobile webtoon. And I saw like so many artists like getting stressed out with the copyright issue. So I thought like NFT can be like one of the solutions that can solve this kind of issue. So that's what I was thinking about blockchain. And for the future, for me now, I cannot like honestly expect like predict. But personally, I think blockchain and AI integration would have like bigger synergy in the future. But that's all I can say, because I'm also learning about the technology. So the trend is so fast, and I cannot say like exactly what's gonna happen.
Absolutely. I recently was talking to somebody on the MetaMask team, and they were
Mhm.
saying that they believe that MetaMask is just going to be the operating system. So like
Mm.
when people go into their computer, they'll just open up MetaMask, and it'll just be like its own browser where you own all your data and you're able to do all this stuff. And so I'm excited for the future where everything is seamless and easier. I'm gonna actually pull up this game from Ever Studio because it looks awesome, and so we're gonna watch this for just a moment.
Oh.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and stop there. Let's see. So I love that. It's very high quality. Definitely seems like a game studio with a lot of experience. And then Super B is the game from Nimblebites,
Right.
which I watched a trailer for what
Mm.
it's kind of going for, and it reminded me a lot of something like Snooper or Super Smash Brothers, like the games where you have like party games, you have a whole bunch of people that you're playing. It looked a little bit kind of like a battle royale style game as well. So there were some aspects that were kind of like first person shooter, but like a little bit more like kid friendly and a little bit more fun. Kind of a box style, similar to like a Roblox type thing. Tell me about the Super B game and like what the experience has been like working with the awesome team and then seeing it develop over time.
Mm. So yeah, I brought a like small introduction. Like I'll show my screen here. So I brought a little introduction about my team here. So let me read it a little bit and just like share my experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. So like our game, Super B is like a next, like we call it the next generation social gaming, where like friends, creativity, and like competitive is very unique. So like our goal is to break boundaries and redefining industry paradigm, and we're like aiming to build a AAA theme park, a gaming ecosystem with a dynamic in-game economy. And we recently started to use like AI agent. So it's like AI powered social experiences. And ours like final goal is to provide like seamless Web2 like Web3 integration, like creating a global community where players connect, share, and forge lasting friendship and through gaming. So this is our concept. So I just like read a bit to like for our like audience to understand easily. So
Very good.
we basically, yeah, try to make a like a triple A like theme park that where everyone can kind of like enjoy the mini games, and like Web3 gamers can earn the reward from that. Like we are planning to launch a token. So like based on their gaming point or like social point, they can earn token. And for Web2 users, they can just like socialize there because we are basically like social game. Oh, I see you're like turning on our trailer. Yeah, let me stop here.
No. You can continue. I'll
Okay,
have.
okay, okay, okay. Okay. So like as you can see on the screen here, our characters are have kind of like a Roblox or like sandbox game feature. And yeah, this is what our gaming look like. So basically you can socialize together because we have like a like every single my room like it's gonna be featured in the future, but now you can just like join our playtest and enjoy those like obstacle race, like team deathmatch. That one is team deathmatch, by the way. And this is this different one, like this is obstacle race. So like these kind of modes are released one by one. And yeah, you can join the monthly playtest. So that will be short introduction, like not very short, but like a brief introduction about the game itself. And working with this like talented team who developed this kind of like high quality game, to be honest, it's like really kind of valuable experience, to be honest, like because I have the experience of like working in crypto industry itself for like two more than 2 years if I include like ambassador experience. But I actually haven't joined a gaming studio in my life before, so it's my very first time, working with like game developers, and also my very first time to join the team that hasn't officially launched the service itself. So it's like we're building the game together, and from our playtest, we just like get users' feedback and develop the game depending on the user feedback, which means that we are like getting better and better, like day by day, month by month. So it's uh looking at myself growing a lot and looking at my game grow like developing like together is like really impressive. I feel like the game and myself is like growing together. And yeah, so that's what I
That's
experienced. Yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah, so the team is really impressive. I think that we watched that little video of what Super B is going to be like. I think that there is so much opportunity there. It just looks like it's going to be a fun game, This is going to be something that kids could play, adults can play, everybody can have a good time together. And like I said, it's like that battle royale style that everybody likes right now. But then all of the different mini games give so many different types of rooms for experiences. And then so you mentioned My Room. So like in that game, does everybody have their own like realm where they can kind of like build things that are their own?
Yeah. They like we have a social feature and everyone has the like literally the my room. So if I'm a user, I can like, decorate my room with the items I buy with the gaming point. And actually it's not officially launched, so like you can check it out from our gift book, or like we have a gift book that has like a short introduction and you can find it there. But for before the official launch, I think we're gonna release that one in April while during our closed beta test too. But now you can just like check out the image for of that, the my room. Yeah.
Gotcha. So the first play test happens when, or can I go play test this right now?
So this month's playtest will be hosted next week during GDC. So our team is heading to GDC and Sui Gaming Summit, and we're gonna open the server on March 18th, like from 12 a.m. to like 11:59 p.m. like the whole day during GDC period. It's like March 18th, and the time zone is UTC. So you guys have to convert to your time zone.
Yeah. I was gonna say I'm traveling that day, but maybe at the airport I'll be able to like whip out the computer and then get some gaming in. Do you have to have any like advanced like gaming computer software, or can anybody play it on most of their computing systems? I don't know.
So right now we have launched our game on Epic Games. So like if
Okay.
like PC specification is too low, it's kind of hard to join. But I'm like keep suggesting to my director to make a mobile game for everyone. So let's see. We may
Yeah.
have a mobile version.
Okay, awesome. So that's exciting. I love that. A lot of stuff. And Sui Gaming Summit is probably going to be super awesome. So you're going to be able to go there. You're going to be there physically yourself.
Actually, I'm gonna be in Korea, but our
Okay.
CEO, our director, and head of game design will be there, and you guys can join them.
Oh, doing the gaming. Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
a blast. Absolutely. Okay. So we've covered Ever Studio, some of the things that they've built before in the past. We've covered that Nimblebites is a combination of, well, basically a spin-off from Ever Studio. So it's its own. It's the Web3 branch or Web 2.5 branch. And we've looked at Super B. Super B looks awesome and a lot of fun. For people that play early, is that factored into like, is there incentive? Do you receive points, or does that yeah, is there an incentive, or do you receive points
I
right now,
agree.
or is that at a later point in time?
We for now have a USDT and our soulbound token NSB reward for the playtest participant. So for instance, like if you are like top one like first prize winner, then you're gonna receive like 90 USDT every month. But it really depends on your score. And I started to give, like Discord role to every single participant who participated in our community playtest or like closed battle test. And Sui playtest will be one. So we haven't decided what to give to our OG, but there's a possibility of giving some incentives in the future. So for
Gotcha.
now, yeah, you guys can get USDT reward. That's kind of attractive, right?
No. That's definitely attractive. And I want to say to everybody out there, if you're interested in getting into the Sui ecosystem and you want to see what it's all about, a good way to do that would be to join the Super B Discord, probably, and then play the play test. Because if you get one of the play test roles, you might not be incentivized now, but you could be incentivized later with either exclusive content or, I don't know. I know that they're going to have a token generation event eventually. Maybe there could be something that comes from there. So that's super cool. All right. So you're in Korea. That's awesome. I want to go there. I want to go to Seoul specifically. um, but I was gonna ask. There are two questions that I ask everybody. If the first one is that if you can go anywhere in the world and eat anything, and somebody else is paying for it, so you don't have to worry about how much it costs. Where are you going, and what are you eating, like food wise?
The food wise and just like a living wise. Can I just like
Like
do?
food anywhere in the world. You can travel anywhere in the world to eat any kind of food. Where are you going, and what are you eating?
Because like for the living wise, actually, I wanted to like study abroad in US, but the food wise would definitely be Taiwan because I used to live in Taiwan for like 10 months, and the food was like amazing. Yeah, yeah, I used to study like Chinese there, and I miss Taiwan food a lot. So if anyone pay me like the flight and like living costs, I would definitely fly out to Taiwan and eat everything I want.
Gotcha. But what is your favorite meal then in Taiwan? Like, what's it
And
called? Or what is it?
like in Chinese, it's called like xiaorongbao, which is like a little like dumpling that you can find on like a Taiwan dumpling, and you will see all the images. You should try that when you're in Taiwan.
I'll definitely do that. No, I always ask this question because I really like food. So, like, anytime I travel, I always like to try different
Mm,
things. So when people tell me all these different things, I love to. I keep them in here for when I go.
yeah,
I will
okay.
say one of the interesting choices. I spoke to Yago from the Bitcoin OS team, and he said that he once had camel milk ice cream, and he said that that was like the best thing. And then so I thought that was pretty crazy. But I mean, I keep hearing more interesting and crazier things, so I love that. The other question that I always really like to ask is whenever you are sitting down to watch a show, a lot of times people spend most of their time looking for what show that they're going to watch, right? So doom scrolling, as I call it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Um, what is it that you have to see in a show that makes you pick that show? Like, what kinds of things do you like to watch? What do you go for?
Mm, I basically like fantasy, so I'm like a generation who grew up with Harry Potter, definitely. So yeah, I love those kind of like vampire or like magician, those kind of stuff. So like for the cartoons that I read, they're mostly like all the fantasies that are based on like mid, like like when it's like that. Like a back in like mid like Renaissance like in like generation. Like everyone wearing like a dress and like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I love those
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of like
So like
genres.
the
Yeah, yeah. You know
time
what I
time
mean?
period pieces,
Mm.
like time period pieces that are like in
Yeah, yeah,
the
right, right, yeah.
love that. I love that. All right. So then with your time with Nimblebits and your time in the like Web3 ecosystem, outside of Nimblebits and what Super B is building, what are some other projects that you think have done a really good job, or that you think are also inspiring for the direction that you guys could go, as well as just like that you're also excited about in this space?
So just to, I think I should like separate this like my company like because we call like society like Otter Suite project as our like twin project. So basically our team is like trying to target like kind of like follow what society has like passed by. But for me personally, I'm really into like Maple Story Universe, which is like a gaming project from Nexon. It's like a blockchain gaming, and like I also used to play Maple Story like 20 years, almost like 20 years ago. And because Maple Story also has like an issue with like item ownership, and they're also like incentive, like they also give incentive to like those creators who create contents or like those who like develop a small like mini games on Maple Story Word. But I think like I don't know exactly, like this is just like my guess, but I think like paying with fiat would cause maybe some like currency issue or whatever. So that's my guess, but I feel like like giving incentive and Maple's like Maple's token, like Nexon's token, would be really helpful for Nexon to like pay easily, because like crypto doesn't have any like tax issue or like currency issue. And the other thing is like Maple Story users can get a like an item ownership if they play like Web3 Maple. So like I mess a little bit, but like my point is that Maple Story is aiming to build like a game that has like a vision, like they have like a strong like reason why they're like building blockchain game. Because like honestly, like to be honest, like this is not related to my company, but just to share my personal opinion, for like some other blockchain games, I feel like they're just like copying the Axie Infinity, and they didn't they couldn't overcome like the limitation of like P2E game. But for me personally, I think Maple Story Universe will be the one of the games who can like that can like overcome the issue of like P2E games. Like the limitation of P2E, what happened to like Axie Infinity before.
Yeah,
Mm.
a lot of times the tokenomics break down. They're not able to sustain. They need to
Yeah, right.
have new players all the time in order to be able to um, keep their ecosystem healthy,
Yeah,
or else it just crashes and burns.
yeah, true.
100%. So Maple Story, awesome, awesome game. I will say that there's one Web3 game that is one that I play kind of like way too much, probably, especially now, but that you should check out because I think you'll like it. It's on, used to be on the Polygon, in the Polygon ecosystem, and just recently moved to Ronin. You don't need a wallet or anything to play it, but it is Sunflower Land. Have you
Oh,
played Sunflower Land?
I think I'm gonna try it tomorrow.
Definitely. Definitely try it tomorrow. But I will tell you, it's kind of like Farmville. I don't know if you remember Farmville. It was real popular on Facebook for a little while, but um, you kind of have your little land, you just grow stuff, and then but the team has done a really good job at making it exciting recently. They've updated it so that there are seasons, but it's kind of like a time killer. So everybody out there, I highly recommend you play it because I like it. But I think it's a good example of what a good mobile Web3 game is kind of like, right? And it's not like hard to get into. Anybody can get into it. But I'm excited for Super B. I definitely want to play the play test, and I want more exposure to the Sui ecosystem. And now that you've been talking about Walrus as a decentralized storage solution, I think that is super cool. I'm going to do whatever it is that I have to do to get the Walrus team on the show to talk about what they're building because I love it. So there we are. Tell me,
That's great to hear.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say, give me a little bit of sort of like your final thoughts and like what you want everybody to stay with. The team over at Nimblebites is amazing. Ever Studio has done a really good job producing very high quality AAA games. I'm excited to see how Super B ends up, but give me kind of like your final thoughts and what you want people to stay with at the end of this.
About our game, right?
Yeah. And how they can get involved and where they should follow you guys at and everything.
Mm. So just to just to like kind of summarize about like the attractive point of our game, I should say we're not just like a blockchain game that incentive like people, but we want to like guarantee that people enjoy our game and socialize in our like brick world. So yeah, that's why my background is also like a brick because we are like super brick. Mm. So yeah, it's not only for just like blockchain like incentive itself, but yeah, again, you can enjoy the mini games and like socializing function itself. So we always welcome you guys to join. And for our like updates, we manage like actually I manage like Twitter, like formerly Twitter X, and Telegram, Discord, like Medium. We have like LinkedIn channel. we have like Reddit community. So you guys can follow us on social channels, and if you have any questions, just like drop questions in Discord so that me and like the developing like engineering team can check together and just like reply back. And what else should I say for the final thought? So for the play test, it's like hosted, like it's gonna like be opened once in a month. So make sure not to miss it, and make sure to remember that we're always like incentivizing people. So right now we just like partnered with Nistin Labs, so we're still on EVM Polygon because we are now we're now on a process of like onboarding. But when we, onboard on Sui, I think we have like more collaboration with Nistin Labs in the future. So there will be more to, there will be more like events to invest, like kind of like incentive, like give incentive to our players and what, like there will be more to come. So always stay tuned on our community, and you guys are always welcome to ask any questions on any feedback.
Fantastic. So I love that. Everybody check out this game. Check out what they're building. I think it's going to be awesome. Definitely try to play the playtest. You'll get brownie points if nothing else. But if you happen to be one of the top players, they have UST rewards. So love that. A lot of information here. I'm going to make sure to put all of the links and information in the description below. So everybody make sure to hop over to Twitter and give them a follow. And play the playtest. You have nothing to lose. It's the best way to get ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So this has been a pleasure. Thank you for joining me, Claire. And when you guys have updates or when you're going to roll stuff out, just let me know, and I would love to share that information with the community.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Join us at Rare Evo, the top blockchain conference, August 6th through 10th, 2025, at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. The top blockchain projects like Algorand, Midnight, HBAR, ICP, Thorchain, and Igon, and many more are going to be there. This is definitely a must for blockchain enthusiasts and fans. Use discount code CryptoNightly to save on your tickets and to support the channel. Don't miss it. We can't wait to see you there. It's going to be a blast.